Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm Amir Barsoum. I'm the co-founder of Dr. Bridge. And I'm talking today about pivoting and how this is crucial to build a company that is successful. We started Dr. Bridge in 2012. Actually, we kept on like 1 year before this market researching the market. It was me and my co-founder, Ahmed Badr. We did extensive market research, really extensive. Dr. Bridges simply is about building digitally connected healthcare. We do this by starting from the doctor. So we provide the doctor software as a service to automate their clinics, and then we start connect them to the rest of the industry. So for the sake of simplicity, for today, just talk about the doctors and how we were acquiring them. We did the market research, went to the doctor, we asked them, would you like to use computer in your clinic? Everybody said yes. We got like 97% extremely possible to join this in the coming 2 years. It was like phenomenal. We say that's it. That's what we are going to do. And we built Dr. Bridge, to move forward and do this. The first thing that I would say, which is the biggest problem, is that we thought that we are executing the idea. And this is absolutely wrong. Startups is an organization that is not built to execute an idea. They are actually built to search for the idea, to search for the right product market fit. And when we did it, we built the product. And the whole thing was about, you know what, we're going to build the product, we're going to build the software, we put it to the market, doctors will buy it, doctors will use it. That's it. We are the Google of this part of the world. That's happening. It was just strong. It was just strong. Later, I'll explain what happened. And then we have learned that each search in your exercise, each search in your path is actually a small pivot. So you search, you can ask yourself about, is it the same doctor? Do I change the specialty? Do I change the pricing? Do I change the business model? Shall I simplify the product more? Shall I start by somebody else? You just need to ask yourself these questions continuously until you hit, this is the right thing to do. It's not about you just get something, you build it, and you go to sell it, and you're expecting it will fly. It won't. And if you just think of it, all of the big players that we see in the market today, they went through the same thing. Flickr, before they are a photo sharing app, they were actually a gaming, a role-playing game product. So things change. It's not, you don't start with what you end with, but you have something, you identify a market, and then you identify pain, and that's what we did exactly. And I just like this photo a lot. It's pivot is not you just change the direction. It's slight change in the business model. So it's not about you start in healthcare, you end up finding yourself in aerospace. That's not pivot. That's actually leaving the turf that you have started at. Pivot happens in every piece of your business. This is the business model canvas I'm sure most of you have been through. It happens in everything. In the value proposition, it happens in the cost structure, in the channel, in the revenue streams. It happens in everything, in your key partners, in your customer relation, everything that's a building block of your business, you can actually take it into pivot. You can actually take it into a search to see what's the right thing for you. I was actually in a trip last time, last month. We were in a meeting with the guy who built Nest. Have anyone heard of Nest here? Okay, Nest is it's built by a guy called Tony Fadell. He was actually the designer behind the iPhone and the iPod. And he said a very interesting word. He said that you continue search until some customers cry if you close your startup. It's that simple. You continue search. You're not there yet until when you close your startup, some customers give you a call and tell you why. We want it, we love it, continue to do it. I think this is a very big thing. It's and that's I think in the previous presentation, it's a painkiller. It's not just a vitamin. People can get rid of vitamins, they just cannot get rid of the painkiller. Okay, so doctors, the entry point, that's where we wanted to do. We wanted to take the doctors and then we start connecting them to the pharmacists, the labs, the patients, the pharmaceutical companies. That's why Dr. Bridge is here. That's what we are built to do. It was just a big market. We're talking about a huge market, 250,000 doctors, 45,000 pharmacists, 15,000 lab chains, 90 million population. The market is huge. The idea is perfect. Doctors are really the gatekeepers of this industry. Everything is there. We executed. We spent 6 months building the product. We actually were compliant to the European medical standards. We went to sit with the doctors for Al-Asr Al-Aini and in Ain Shams to make sure that this is the right thing for them. We won an EMEA certificate from Microsoft for being the best medical record in the region. It was actually many, many features. We launched it specialized to medical specialists. We went, and that's what happened, is for every doctor, for every 100 doctors, that was 100 here, for every 100 doctors, only 25 didn't acquire, 75 they bought the product. Phenomenal. The coming Google, 75. But then we realized that they're not using it. 50 of each 75 doctor who got it, they just don't use the product. And we pivoted. We went with only 4 features, very limited. It took us just 1 month. I would never forget the day. I told Ahmed Badr, the co-founder, I want a buggy product. I want a buggy product. Just want to test it. Forget about how good is the product. We just want to make sure that people will use it. And then we can stop, we go and build it and come and put it back in the market. It took us 1 month to do it. We did some pivot in connecting it to the labs and the scan centers. And it was general product. We decided to go with one market fits all. These were the figures. It's the same acquisition rate, no change, but actually the adoption has changed significantly with this change because we have put a product that's very simple to the market. That's exactly what they want. And the major reason behind this pivot in itself is actually the capacity that you build the company with the capacity to search. It's not you're not building a corporate, you're not hiring the executives coming from a big multinationals. You're actually building a group of people who has the capacity to change fast, understand the market dynamics, change fast, until it hits with you. Thank you very much.